You're muted.
Jeffrey.
You're muted.
Ooh, what a good way to start a show. Look at that. But you can tell, I saw the energy. The energy came through.
I mean, Jeff Cannata is literally the kicker right now. Just throw it all.
What's that?
I mean, unbelievable.
What's kickers?
There we go. Rock and roll. You want to take it from the top?
That's formerly known as the Fan Control Show. We're award winning.
Come on.
You can tell.
I mean,
You can
are
tell
we
because-
really? Are we really?
You can
Yes.
tell because nothing ever goes wrong. We are the show formerly known as the Fan Controlled Show. We're called What's Kickers this week. Why? Because you decided it. Because power goes to you, the fans. We are the official companion show to Fan Controlled Football, the only live sports league that isn't controlled entirely by the fans. This is big stuff. And we got season 2.0 on the horizon. We got lots to talk about. But fellas,
We're a big deal.
FCF is award winning. Best
Unbelievable.
social live stream content. What are we doing right now, folks? Live
We
streaming.
popping our, we
That's
popping
right.
our collar. That's what we doing. We popping our collar.
Popping our collars.
That's right.
I took
Guys,
a
I wanna-
screenshot of it,
That
and
means it's official.
it means
in
it's
your phone.
official.
Hashtag
wanna-
sports. Who did we crush? We crushed some folks.
AEW Dynamite Awards, Warner Media,
We crushed
Pro
them.
Bowl, the Madden NFL 21 edition presented by Verizon,
Crushed.
EA Sports,
Crushed.
La Liga, WWE,
Liga.
and WWE The Bump. And who finished on top of that pile? We did. Come on.
Crushed.
Yeah.
Crushed.
You
Go.
see that?
And man,
You see that?
and that's a team win for us, the fans, the players. Like we couldn't have done that without the players. We couldn't have done it without the fans. Like that's a win for everybody. You know when this ain't even a participation. What they call it?
Participation trophy?
Participation trophy.
There you go.
Everybody get this one right here.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
get
totally
this one.
agree.
I mean, I was thrilled when we were nominated, but
Same.
to win, what?
To win.
Incredible.
What did you say, if you had to put odds on it before the award, Jeffrey, what would you say? What were our chances of winning that against that competition?
I would not have. Let's just say I would not have won in Vegas. I would not have bet on us. But
This is a lot like the time that I believe Jeff's performance in Shenandoah was nominated for an East Texas Shakespeare Award. And
Laser accuracy.
He was just
Man.
thrilled to be nominated, and all of a sudden he wins. He wins. The East Texas Bandit himself won it. He won it all.
Unbelievable. Pride of Antioch High. Man.
I have actually won a number of acting awards. You joke, but I have.
I believe it.
I called my brother when I saw us win because my brother works at EA, and he was like, "Hey, I'm on a call. What do you need?" And I was like, "All right, cool, yeah. I just want to tell you we're better than you. All right, see you later." Bye."
It's screenshotted. It's in my phone. It's for real.
It's
We're a big
official.
deal. Yes.
It's official. And yeah.
I mean, it just makes you just.
I
Feels
think
good.
we should give that a proper intro. Jeff, give that another proper intro. Let's see that one more time. Let's see it. Go ahead. Give that a Jeffrey intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting your best social live stream content for 2020 and 2021, FCF.
That's a sick beat.
That slaps. That's a bop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hot beat. I like that.
Guys, I have to change the intro to our show now every single week. I have to say the award-winning.
Yeah, you do.
Correct.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
Yeah, you do.
Award-winning. All right. Speaking of awesome stuff, big announcements, and stuff that's gone official, we got season 2.0 announcements. We told you last week, that there was going to be some big announcements. We said, hey, maybe it'll be some NFT news. Maybe it'll be some team owner related news. Guess what? We over-deliver. It's both. That's right. We got both NFT and team owner related news, and we cannot break it to you alone. No. We got a guest. We got a friend. We got the man in the know.
The man who puts fun in fungible.
And you can't spell You can't spell Jeff Cannata without NFT. But
That's
this
true.
person's even bigger.
This person is even bigger. It is FCF CEO and co-founder Sohrab Faroudi. Hello, Sohrab. Welcome to the show.
What's up?
Welcome back to the
I
show.
actually
what
thought
it
you were
do?
bringing Jack. I thought you were bringing Jack on. I didn't know I was coming on right now. But all of that was about Jack, not me. So, all right, appreciate those compliments, fellas.
You are always
good.
ready though. Look at you, looking styling.
I got Jack on my shirt though. Oh,
Yeah,
wrong,
you do.
Oh, wrong shirt, Jack.
Got the OG Screen Eagles hat on. I love it.
The pre-Trader Jack settlement.
Yes.
That's right.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And
we'll get to
Sohrab
that.
has his
Coming in hot.
1997 karate trophy in the background. As well.
That is a trophy from Coach John Jenks. Would you like to see it?
Oh, that's a John
Yes.
Jinx. That's a John Jinx genuine.
Look at that.
Can I read this?
Yeah.
To you? Can I read it? To
Well,
you?
you have Dees has one
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I do.
Congratulations to Sohrab on the rare, exceptional 2021 FCF inaugural football season. Special thanks and appreciation for all that you have done in helping these young men of the FCF become highly successfple.
That is cool,
Now,
man.
This
is
isn't
cool.
That's what I love
karate,
about Jenks.
okay?
No, that is very cool. It is very
This
cool,
is
but
not
I
karate.
recall to a mere 1 minute 45 seconds ago when our own Ray Austin said, "It's not just a participation trophy."
Well, that is.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
So, Rob, you have some huge news to announce. That is why you're here. So let's get right to it.
Let's do it. I'm in.
All right.
We are going to just, it's fan controlled and we do everything with the fans. We are looking for fans to design the Ballers Collective logo. So
Ballers
just like
Collective?
we did the Ballers Collective. Let's go. So I feel like,
Ballers Collective.
we're going to get some crazy logos. I hope we get what we did with all of our teams last year, which is crazy shit and amazing shit and everything in between. Am I allowed to say that? Is this? We can
Yes,
say
you
you
can say
absolutely
crazy.
are. Please.
You can say crazy.
So Ballers Collective, we open it up. It's going to be in our Discord. So join our Discord, get those logos submitted. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see what fans come up with to go with the new Ballers Collective.
Well, yeah, maybe we should take a step back and tell the folks what the Ballers Collective is. If they're tuning into this show for the news.
That's right.
Let's take a step back and tell the folks what is Ballers Collective.
Ballers Collective, we just announced yesterday, is our two new teams. Two of our 4 expansion teams are going to be run by NFTs. So the Ballers Collective, I don't know if we have any shots of what these ballers look like, but they're pretty badass.
So dope.
Ray's excited. So
dope.
the idea here is, our first 4 teams, as many fans as want to be fans can join and be fans. The Ballers Collective and the way that we're doing these NFTs, this becomes a limited club. So there's 10,000 of each of these per team. You need one of these NFTs to participate with these 2 new teams. We've got a great group of owners for both of them. There's my favorite, actually, the Cowboy.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 great groups. Jack jumped ship from the Champion Wild Aces and went over to the Knights of Degen, which is it's a really cool group of people from the world of sports and entertainment and blockchain NFTs. And they're joined by the 8 Oki team, which is Steve Aoki, if you might know that name, and a guy named 888, who's actually anonymous. He does exist. I've met him in real life. He is a person, not an AI, but he is anonymous and one of the big NFT collectors, influencers, and promoters in the space. So him and Steve Aoki are buddies, and they came together to also lead one of these teams. So it's going to be very different, a whole new world for us to go into. I'm excited about what we're doing in the space of NFTs, adding a bunch of utility and really kind of changing the way these NFTs have been used previously. For the most part, it's kind of collectibles and art and things like that. we're really giving them some real world utility and ability to be used in different ways. So we're excited about what we're doing.
This is incredibly cool. And, you know, one of my favorite things about last season was seeing all of the cool options that fans came up with for the logos, for the designs of what we're going to be on helmets, we're going to be on posters, we're going to be on all the official merchandise. And this is an opportunity to not only define that for 2 new teams, right, but to define it for teams that are built around art as
Absolutely.
as a fungible token, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the cool part. I'm so excited to see what we come up with here. Look, the reason we wanted to do this, what struck me about the world of NFTs in general is just the communities that come together around these projects. And it's digital community, right? That's what we're all about, right? We've got a real world league, but this is all about the digital fan. We're, fans all over the world coming together to participate and interact and run these teams. So I'm excited about, bringing the NFT world into what we're doing, because it's all about, like you said, it's art, it's collectability, it's community, it's passionate, right? These people get into these things and they are all in, and they really give themselves to these projects. So I'm excited that we're tapping into that energy. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's going to be awesome.
Two things.
I'm so excited about. Go ahead, Josh.
No, go ahead, Dees. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, look, not only do you have this opportunity to submit and win, but we're giving you $1,000 cash if the fans vote on your submission, and then also you get a free NFT. You get one of the ballers. So a lot of incentive, and I'm so excited to see what the fans come up with.
So the artwork then for the Ballers Collective for both of these teams has not been finalized for the NFT, is what you guys are saying. The logo for the teams will be the NFT?
So no, so the Ballers Collective is the collective of all of these ballers that you saw. That Cowboy is one of, 20, There are going to be 20,000 different ones of these guys. And then we're going to get into the teams, and each of the teams will also have a logo designed by the fans. And we'll go through that same process as well. But this is going to be kind of the overarching logo for the Ballers Collective NFT collection, which we'll be adding to as we grow, right? So the idea is this isn't going to be just these 2 teams. Assuming fans love this and this goes well, we're going to continue to build and iterate on this concept as we grow the league.
I'm going to start calling them Cowboy one more time. I want to, because this might be the best thing Cowboy-wise since, I don't know, Troy Aikman. I mean, really hasn't been much to cheer about in Dallas.
What are you talking about? They're 5-1.
What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Listen, you guys are 5-1. Congratulations. Get me to January, and then we can talk. Okay, just get me to January. I know, Soar. I know you're a Cowboys fan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know what's so dope though is like all the things that, like, when I'm starting to learn this whole NFT shit too, which is crazy. Like, I love that. The thing that I love about us the most is that we're learning so much about each other. They're learning a lot of football stuff from me, but I'm learning all this technology from like Soar and Grant. We talk about this all the time on all of our calls. But thinking about like that hat being customized, or the gloves being customized, or the shoes being customized, and our fans being a part of that, and even other brands, man, the shit is bananas, man.
Yeah, I think, look, part of what we want to do is let fans surface this too, right? This isn't about just, hey, what do I have as my NFT? The idea is like, this is your representation of you in fan-controlled football, right? So thinking about this as an avatar, right? And looking at this, we're creating this step 2 of this process. These things are going to be customizable. So all that gear you see on there, the hat and the ball, and it doesn't show the full body. If we scroll down the page, we've got full body shots, right? The shoes, I mean, jerseys, everything, right? The ability to kind of customize that as you go. It just gives, unlimited possibilities. And then we can go into the rabbit hole of the metaverse and all the other things that are happening in this space, which are just absolutely exciting and going to be a lot of fun.
I love this. This is like I know what they look like at Tennessee while he was getting ready for a game.
Bro, look at that. Look at that. Y'all see that orange jersey with the 2-8? Come on, man. That's me.
I'm gonna start referring to them as the NF teams, but that's just me. You referenced Jack Settleman, Sorov. You've got him on your shirt.
Yeah, I do. Well, I should probably cut him out of that shirt now, but yeah.
Well, maybe we should ask him to his face, because, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Settleman is here with us right now. Let's bring him onto the show. Jack, Former
Jack Attack.
Wild Aces owner.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow.
A lot of love.
Wow.
The Wild Aces
Whoa.
team account has just been destroying me over the past 24 hours.
I gotta
Is
give it
it
to
any
you, bro.
different?
You a strong dude to do that, man.
Yeah,
You
It
walk
takes
away
some
from a championship team
Yeah.
to start a new team. Like,
and like an incredible group too. That ownership group
I
is
know.
so tight. You guys
I know.
all like genuinely enjoy each other. You're coordinated.
Yeah.
It's hard to
I
walk
would-
away from.
I wish my phone's in the charger over there, but when I let the group know, I believe Greg said, we're going to kill you with tooth and nail or something. I
No.
forget what the exact words
We're
were.
gonna pick our teeth with your bones.
Yeah.
I think was the exact phrasing from Mr. Greg Miller. It was very good.
I've been reading Jack Trader Settlement around. It's pretty fun.
wow.
But
Think
this is
think
a
about
pretty
the
awesome.
opportunity.
Yeah,
Think
go
about like how big the opportunity would have to be for you to leave that. So I'm really excited
I
to
know.
hear you talk a little bit about like what it took to actually draw you away from that team.
I still will always, I mean, I got the whole team to sign it. Like I'll still be an ace through and through, but yeah, like you said, it has to be an incredible opportunity to jump ship like that. We won the championship with the best community, the best fans in the world. It wasn't even really close. And by far the best trash talking ownership as well, which is
I
most
don't think
important.
that was close either.
Oh,
yeah.
Jeff Cannata was worried that Greg Miller had a target on his
For
back.
his
Exactly.
safety.
But when you get the opportunity to join Fan Control Football, and the whole concept is giving power to the fans, and then Soar and the team comes to you and says, we can level that up. We saw the level ups during the games. Now off the field, we have a chance to level up with the NFTs and take true ownership and feel part of this exclusive community, exclusive club, to where, I mean, I was outside the Garden last night. You saw what happened when the Knicks won. And it's because all those people have donated so much time, energy, and money into being a fan that
They won the championship last night, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was game one.
As close as they're gonna get.
Yeah. Hey, watch it. What's up with Knicks hate, Cowboys hate? Like,
I know,
your teams
man.
can't be good anymore.
Shrapnel. Jesus.
But yeah, I'm so pumped to see. And one of the cool parts is they're gonna get to, the NFT holders will get to redo the whole process that we went through, creating the logo, the name, the color scheme, all that good stuff. So it's a very cool opportunity.
I mean, had you been a Zappers fan or a Beast fan or a Glacier Boys fan, you'd be fine, right?
Yeah.
But you tickled the den. You got in there and you tickled the tiger. You got like Tiger King. You threw that fake baloney in there, and now they're coming for you, dude. NFTs or not, this is going to be a pretty stressful season.
I know.
I want to make sure we're taking questions from the chat through. So if you got questions for Jack, because I know a lot of people do, throw it in Slack or throw it in the chat. We will read them.
In Slack,
and I'm a Slack degenerate. And I won't read the "Why do you hate the Wild Aces" question that people keep spamming. So if you've got questions besides that, then let us know.
Yes.
Congrats on your betrayal is one I'm seeing.
Sounds right.
So every year before the NBA schedule comes out, right, there's these rumors of who's going to play Christmas Day, who's going to play opening night, right? They always pair the best matchups. And logically, week one would be the NFT versus the NFT team, or the NF teams, as we're now calling them.
Yep.
But I have a feeling that the schedule makers, they'll mark this matchup on the calendar at some point in time and use it for a special circumstance. Hopefully one that I'm down in Atlanta for, but hopefully one that Greg and co are not down there for, because I'd be scared. I'd be scared.
Greg's a teddy bear. He's all talk.
I know. Well, that's the scary part. He wouldn't do it with violence or aggression. He would kill me very slowly and nicely. And
With kindness. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this idea of this matchup, the NF teams against each other. Loser becomes fungible.
Angel Mike P in the chat says, "What's up, fellas? So this all sounds really cool, but do owners, fans of the 4 original teams have things to look forward to as well?"
That's a great question.
That is a great question. So I'm sure that's for you.
No. There's nothing to look forward to. Why would season 2 be any fun? Yeah, of course. We got season 2 of FCS coming. It's going to be a freaking blast. We've got jersey designs coming for those 4 teams. So everybody's gonna get picked new jerseys. And we are for those of you that are into NFTs but don't want to jump ship the way Jack did here. We're going to be doing some collectible NFTs as well. So we did our trading cards. I think you guys saw all of those from the first season. And we're going to be doing kind of Top Shot style moments and things like that as well as we get into the season. So there's going to be a lot of new things to look forward to. And then, I mean, I can't wait to unveil the venue. I was down in Atlanta. It's going to be a different venue. It's going to be unlike anything the world has ever seen when it comes to sports. I mean, this thing is going to be spectacular. So I think, what do you have to look forward to? A new venue. Fans get a chance to be in the stands this season, right? So you get a chance to come to these games. It's just going to be an electric experience all around. And then we've got 8 teams in the league. So four games on Saturdays instead of 2. So lots more FCF coming.
Macuga, you and I are going. We're going, right, buddy?
We're there, bud. We're there.
We're going.
It was so fun last year. I can't imagine with fans in the new arena. But I do want to say the way that FCF kind of trailblazed the way of you can now select your team and become a diehard, where just because you're born in Washington, you have to root for that miserable franchise. You can make a selection based on your own preferences. I want to be the trailblazer that says bandwagoning is totally cool. Come to the night. Come through. It's okay. If you're a Beast fan, I mean, you're not that exciting. If you're a Zappers fan, Johnny wasn't even that cool. Like, come through. If you like the NFTs, don't be afraid to join the team.
I think this is an awesome rivalry between the OG 4 and the Johnnies come lately.
That's really good. Yeah.
If you're an OG fan, if you were there for season 1 and you picked your team, you get to throw it in the face of all these nouveau
These movies.
The fungies. Yeah.
I think they're the Houston Texans, right? These new 4 is basically the Houston Texans, which is not good.
No.
So Info Arcade asked in the chat, Jack, what about the NFT FCF crossover has you excited as an investor?
Well, NFTs are, I mean, everyone knows about them. Like Ray just said, like he's so excited learning about them, and he comes from a traditional football background, non-tech, right? And he joins this league, and he's so pumped about them. So the entire world is moving in this direction, and this is probably the fullest level of ownership you can have. So just the FCF, the reason I wanted to be a part of the league in the first place is they were always forward thinking, that just from the design of the arena to letting fans call plays. Now they're showing we can be nimble. Think about if another league tries to do this. It goes through 92 levels. It takes 4 years to execute on. The NBA finally partners with Coinbase. They've probably been having conversations with Coinbase for half a decade, and it finally goes through. So I think just the entrepreneurship of the whole league makes me really excited as an investor.
Man, look, I'm on.
Oh, we lost Ray.
We lost you, Ray.
I think this is part of Ray's skit to explain he can barely use technology, and now he's going to be an NFT holder.
NFTs, that's right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
You're back.
I'm saying I'm on MetaVask and Transact right now. Like I don't even know what the hell that is.
MetaVask medications that you for your ankle.
MetaMask and shit.
There you go.
Transact and Ether. I saw Ether. I thought Nas was coming out. I was like, oh shit, this is
Amazing.
Gigaman Porto, our legendary buddy, says, will there be any NFT giveaways in the future? Which I would like to piggyback off of and say, will any of the Ballers Collective be putting their NFTs on the line during game time as far as a possible gambling situation? I don't know if that's legal. But
I used my Top Shot moments the other night to bet on the Lakers Warriors game. So there's definitely opportunity to do that because anyone can kind of trade the ownership.
Peer to peer.
Peer to peer.
Totally.
Warriors, baby. Warriors.
We'll do a lot of giveaways just from the night side, but of course there'll be giveaways, I'm sure, across the league, giving people opportunities.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jack, let's look forward a little bit. I think, I know you got to get out of here, but what do you take from season 1, right? Like you saw the blueprint for success. What are you taking from the Wild Aces and going to implement? What are you looking forward to with KOD and this team?
So I would say my biggest takeaway from season 1, our success with the Wild Aces, I'll give like 95% credit to Kind of Funny and Greg and their team. Like they just were killers. And the reason why is their community was so committed. And the reason we called a game-winning play to win the championship is because everyone was on the same page from day one, all season long. Besides deciding to not redraft Travis, because he dropped one pass. That was probably a mistake on our part. Yeah. He's now playing in the NFL.
Playing for the Giants, by the way. Come on.
Yeah, so that was probably our one little bump in the road. But you now have, all of these co-owners with millions of followers, but we saw it was really the quality, hyper-dedicated fans. And nothing will be more dedicated than someone who's invested into the NFT, into the Ballers Collective. So I expect our ravenous community to really be into it on game day, which will lead to a lot of success. So I'm excited for that.
I think it's awesome that, Jack has had this experience being inside the championship team and now is spreading that to an expansion team. You got that firsthand experience of knowing what makes a champion. So
championship DNA right there. That's right.
Yeah, the other teams are clueless. Let's just get out ahead of that. And they have no clue what they're getting into. Steve Aoki, he throws cake at DJ events. He doesn't know what he's doing.
We're definitely clipping
shots fired
that.
already. But
yeah,
this is legitimately like Darth Vader and the Emperor. The Emperor is still with his team, and Darth Vader has gone on to form his own team. All right, he's now in the Ballers Collective.
I don't think you know what happens in Star Wars.
I don't. Sorry, dude. I don't host the Dungeons and Dragons podcast. I apologize.
Well, Jack, it's awesome to see you. I hope you'll. I hope you'll come back and see us throughout our build up to season 2 and into season 2 and beyond, because it's exciting to see. I know you've generated a lot of excitement and animosity in equal measure from fans, so it's going to be a blast to see you in season 2.0.
I appreciate it, fellas. Always a pleasure. Have a good rest of your night.
You too.
Jack.
Later, Jack.
See you, Jack.
The legend. Angel Mike P saying NFT non-loyal football teams. I'm a Zappers fan all the way. So he's the last remaining Zappers fan that has stuck around.
Wow.
Bob 8 says hype for Trav on my team. With all our injuries, he might actually get some snaps. I mean, that's probably why the Giants brought him on. He's a talented dude. He kind of got famous on TikTok for a second. And now the Giants the entire team is hurt. Throw it to somebody. They got to throw it to somebody, right, Ray?
Man, shouts out to Trav, man. He grunt, man. People just don't know how hard this game is, man. And to be a free agent sitting on the couch, there's a difference sitting on the couch and him out there grinding. He's out there grinding. I talked to him over text, a couple weeks, and he's just been, man, just out here doing it, coach. Just out here doing it, just grinding. I love to hear that, man, because I know now he's legitimate. He's on the team right now. He is making credit. He's going to be on special teams. He's going to be doing all that stuff. So, man, I'm so excited. I'm just
and Ray gives us that story, man. I mean, his first professional experience was FCF, and now he's playing in the NFL. That's huge for us.
Yeah. Listen, we've got 3 great stories. You think about Jeremiah Patasi being on a practice squad, seeing it from his ends, his way, having to still be almost there. He's there, you know what I'm saying? But he wants to be on that roster. Then you got Trav, got cut, came back, made another team. And then you got Flash that messed up, and then he back in the league. This is the type of league that people see the actual work and the actual grind of it, man. And I love it, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait to get on the road and hit these goddamn combines. I can't wait.
Yeah, we're going to have news about that coming up real soon. Stay tuned to this show for news about that stuff. That was another part of last season that was so much fun to get those reports from you, Ray. All the excitement that you would have going and seeing these guys, these athletes that are so hungry and so driven and had so many other aspects to their personalities that they wanted to put on display as well. I'm excited for that to start, that to rev up as well.
And for everybody just to see a snippet of that, because that was our first season. Now with us partnering with NBCLX and being everywhere and them being our shadow, watching and hearing it from the beginning. Just imagine all of our fans seeing Jerdy when I got to see Jerdy, and then you guys seeing him win the championship. That's the story I cannot wait to tell this year. So.
Yeah, and that kind of coverage is going to be 10x what it was last season, right? Like
Hell
we're going to
yeah.
get so much content around who these guys are off the field, so you can hit the ground running, know who you're drafting, know who you're calling plays for, and really have that relationship. So can't wait.
And we're on these
It's
calls, and NBC is just they are so excited to work with us. Like
It's
they are like, it is so good to be in these meetings, and they're just like, all right, so we're gonna and this, and you're like, hell, let's go, man.
Yeah.
They breed our culture, which is great.
I was just going to say, it's almost a shame that we've already won the best streaming content award because we're just getting started, you know?
You're damn right.
Like they're going to have to redefine the award next year because we're going to crush what we did last year, you know?
It's like when Shakespeare did that first Henry play, and then he did the second.
Smart.
Yeah.
It
does not get old. It does not get old.
Good.
King Khan chat wants to know, this question's for Soar. Y'all mentioned NFTs for all the OG4 teams. Can y'all elaborate on that? Are the NFTs for the Ballers Collective only, or for the 2 new teams? Which he then follows up, love the NFT idea, but don't want to leave my Glacier boys.
Yeah, so the Ballers Collective is the avatar that is going to be powering these 2 new expansion teams that we announced yesterday. We are going to be doing separately outside of the Ballers Collective, more like collectible NFTs. So Top Shot style, whether it's player moments and things like that. The idea here is to really reward fans for participating in this league, right? So if you think about that idea, let's go back to, Jack's not on the show anymore, but that game-winning touchdown that he talked about, where the fans called the game-winning touchdown to win the championship. Imagine that becoming a moment in an NFT, and the people that get it are the ones that called the play, right? So the reward of participation becomes these collectible moments, right? That you get to earn while you're being a part of the experience. So that's how we're thinking about leveraging NFTs. To me, that's really powerful, right? It's like, hey, if you're in there, like Ray says, grinding and calling plays and learning and being part of the action, you're going to be the one rewarded with those collectibles. And I think that's really powerful as we continue to build this out.
That is an extraordinary concept. That is absolutely mind-blowing concept. Like, what if I could own the catch, or you could own the Immaculate Reception?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right.
I'm the owner of the Immaculate Reception. That's right.
That's right.
Like,
think about Josh Gordon's first game. I mean, fans called a Hail Mary to win the touchdown with Josh in his first game. That moment, we're going to give that to fans, right? Like the people that were out there calling that play, that should be the reward, right? Is you own that moment, and you can do what you want to do with it. So
I want the Logan Marshall scramble,
that's where we're
by
headed.
the way.
That's Rob Walker 76 in chat says, I need the NFT highlight of the almost Marchy miracle.
Oh,
dude,
yeah, totally, absolutely,
one of the greatest football plays of all time.
I want to. You guys are gonna laugh, but I want to own bloopers. I want to own like a fumble or like the ball hitting the ref in the face. You know, like
I hadn't even thought of it.
When the Wild Ace guy tackled the other Wild Ace guy, he thought he was a Glacier boy. We got to get that.
If we're able to do Michael, go ahead. Sorry,
I would say mine would be the Marty scramble to Turbin, jumping over. Making it, and that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite plays. I would buy. That would be my first one I'd buy.
If we can get Michael Bay's style, like 360 lens flare production value of the rock paper scissor coin toss, that's the NFT I want.
That is good.
That's the NFT I want. Okay. Listen,
incredible.
That's all I want is way more high stakes rock paper scissor. I want Coach Jenks in there doing full commentary of the rock paper scissors. Everybody on the tips of their toes before a ball has even been snapped.
Let's take this back to the Cowboys. So the Cowboys overtime. They go into overtime, right?
No.
And there's a coin flip to decide who gets the ball in overtime. How much better is it if Dak's out there rock paper scissors in overtime? I mean,
way better.
It's way better.
There is nothing less exciting than a coin flip.
It's the worst.
I'm doing a fashion show with Coach Jinx.
Smooth.
And that's going to be an NFT, period.
That is for sure going to be an NFT.
Done.
For sure.
An NFT fashion show with Coach Jinx. Done.
Ray Austin in tiger pants.
Yeah. Rob Walker 76 in the chat says NFT for all the entrances, including the refs under attack.
So good.
The toga
Okay.
entrance.
The
Are you
celebrations,
kidding me?
the celebrations,
Come on.
absolutely,
Yeah, totally.
100%.
So,
Anyway.
one of the things that I kind of have to bring up, because I feel like, NFTs are this new tech, and there is a lot of, there's a lot of potential for things to become a scam, to become a problem. And I want to know how people can avoid falling into that trap.
Well, I fell into that trap. I had a personal experience where I was socially engineered and lost some of my NFTs because I thought I was talking to the real support group, and it was a bunch of who knows where doing what, tricking me out of some shit. So it happens. I mean, it happens to everybody. I'm fairly sophisticated in all of this stuff, and they got me. I would say if you want to get into NFTs and you want to get into crypto, step one is to buy what's called a hardware wallet. It is the number one thing you can do to protect your assets in the digital world is get yourself a hardware wallet. Trezor and Ledger are the top two. Go to their main websites, buy one of those. They're very easy to use, and will save you a lot of heartache and headache when it comes to it. I'd say number two, you got to know the source, right? At the end of the day, there are a lot of people. They're going to DM you. They're going to hit you here. They're going to hit you there. I think what you got to understand in this world is the real projects will never reach out to you directly in a DM. Okay, go to their official channels, go to their official Twitter, go to their official Discords. There's announcement channels. We have something in our Discord. We're going to be doing it on Twitter as well. You just got to know the source, verify the source. If it doesn't feel right, it isn't right. I mean, that is the number one rule. So go get a hardware wallet and then just be smart about it, right? I mean, there's no reason you can't take a step back. If I had done that, taken a step back, asked one or two questions, I would have figured it out in a heartbeat. I was distracted. My kids were here. We're running between things. I was doing all this stuff, and I was trying to do three things at once. And so, yeah, it can happen to the best of us. Absolutely, be safe and be smart.
And just a quick point for our Discord. I mean, sorry, you just hit on it, but like, we will never send you a direct message on Discord.
Never,
Literally everything will be posted in
never.
Our official Discord channel and Twitter. So if somebody purports to be related to the league and DMs you, it's not real. So,
not us.
Nope.
Correct.
Ignore it.
J Burke 5 has a pretty good question. If earning an NFT is based off of play calling participation, how would who gets the NFT be determined if multiple fans call the same play that helps create the NFT? I think that, I mean, there's going to be a lot of NFTs available, but it'd probably be first come, first serve. But you guys can answer that. I don't.
Yeah, look, I mean, let's let fans help make that decision, right? We haven't got into the specifics on those moments, and my thought originally was everybody who called the play that gets run on the field that becomes a moment is rewarded with the moment, and there'll be varying rarities. There'll be a one of one, and there'll be some more rare ones, and there'll be a common one. And we'll just distribute those out to everybody who called that play. But to his point, I mean, everybody's participating, right? So it's not just because your play got selected. You're in there participating. So we'll figure out some mechanics to get everybody rewarded for being part of this. And some of those things that you guys brought up, the bloopers, the entrances, the coin tosses and things, or the rock paper scissors and things like that. Are things that we can help reward kind of everybody with. So we'll make sure that if you're in there, you're participating, you're being a part of this. We want you to be rewarded for doing that.
And we apparently, sorry, just real quick, the Discord that Jiggamon Porto said it, Genesis ETH said if anyone is interested in the NFT but do not know how much about them, please join the Discord. We'll be doing educational info to help people on board with the project. Because
that's cool.
Yes, that's
again to get to our Discord, you can go on our Twitter, and there's a link right in the Twitter handle there to click through the Discord.
Discord.gg/FCF.
And we already have some pricing, right? We know how much a baller is going to be. Are you able to reveal that?
Yeah, so we're still working through a little bit of that, but they're going to be somewhere between 0.25 and 0.5 ETH. A little bit higher than traditional NFT projects that have been coming over the last 6 months or so. But our NFTs are a little different, right? A lot of these are going to come with VIP access to the games, season tickets, game day tickets. Some of these are going to be, free merch drops if you hold them. So there's going to be varying rarities of these things, and depending on which one you get, we'll have varying levels of access and abilities. And so we're going to continue to unveil what those are as we move forward. We're going to be taking suggestions. We want fan feedback. Again, this is fan-controlled football. So if you guys have ideas on what should be embedded in these NFTs, things you'd like to do, things you'd like to see, things you'd like to be a part of, we want to create the most impactful, utility-laden NFT out there, and really show people what this technology can do. Because right now, again, like I said, most of it is being used for collectibles and art, and we think there's some really interesting use cases. We want to be on the forefront of that.
And it does feel like the NF teams are, a very specific subsection of what FCF is doing. If you want to participate, if you want to purchase an NFT and be a supporter of that team, you have to change your allegiance from one of the FCF teams, traditional, legacy FCF teams, to the NF teams, and only holders of NFTs will be able to call plays for those two teams, right?
That's right.
That is correct. Yeah, that's right. Now, look, I mean, my personal feeling is if we execute on this right, those are going to be great collectibles, right? I'm a huge collectible guy. Of course, I got my Dak Prescott's all over my desk. There's a Dak rookie card right there.
Just swimming in them.
Yeah, they're all over the place. So I'm a big collectibles guy myself. So I'm excited. I'm not necessarily going to call plays for these two new teams. As you guys know, I'm a beast guy myself. So I'm not changing my allegiance. But I'm excited about the Ballers Collective and the ability to own some of those and be a collectible in my NFT collection. So you can still take part of it. Look, we're letting fans, OG fans from season 1, free mint passes for 1,000 each per team. You can go get one of these ballers. So I think it'll be worthwhile for fans of teams to go out and get one if they want to.
Sor, you brought up Dak Prescott, who's he's okay, but how about a Bo Jackson rookie card, the greatest?
Oh, come on!
Sport.
Wow,
Okay?
Look at that.
How about his rookie football card? How about that one? How about him at Auburn? This is 1 of 100, my friend. Okay.
Wow.
I saw Josh taking off his mic, and I was like, "What's going on there with that?"
I know. I was very worried.
That's a lot of Bo
He could get his
Jackson.
card collection.
Just
This
a
is-
stack of Bo.
This is all Bo Jackson. That's all I collected.
That's amazing.
I love it. Well,
So-
Sohrab Faroudi, thank you so much for being here. It's super awesome to get the lowdown on this really exciting new step that FCF is taking, and we're gonna get lots more information going forward on the NF teams. I'm gonna make that stick. I'm gonna make that stick.
Yep.
It's already stuck. It's already stuck.
Look, I just want to look. I'm active on Twitter. I'll be active in Discord. I'm here to take suggestions and questions. We're new to this. We're building this as we go. Just like we're building FCF with you guys, we want to build this NFT and the Ballers Collective with you guys as well. So help us be part of this. I think we can do something really special here, and I'm excited to continue iterating on this as we move forward.
All right. Well, I think I speak for everybody here when I say we hope the Cowboys lose.
I don't think anybody thinks that. That's pretty awful.
All right,
Well,
have
We're
a
on a
good one.
bye. We're on a bye. We'll lose this week.
Have a good one, man.
Sor.
Thanks, Sor.
See you, buddy.
Dude, it's so
All
great to
right.
have him on the show, man. Like this is very much a passion project for Sohrab. He's been obviously neck deep in the space for a long time and really driving this internally. So it was awesome to have him on.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is really exciting. And it's cool to have this company, which has been on the forefront of marrying sports and tech, be on the forefront of tech and embrace this new exciting technology. And that really is about participation. I mean, that's really what at the heart of it, what it is. And that's, the life's blood of FCF. So it makes sense. All right. Let's transition now, because we do every week we do our fantasy football picks, and we have picks to make this week for week 7 of the NFL season. But first, we're going to look back and see how we did last week. The week 6 game.
Come on, man.
I think that says it all, actually. So Ray's out. We got not great. Everybody Everybody picked the Bills. Everybody picked the Bills.
We're just gonna pretend that that's not Jeff.
What?
That's
Is
Jeff
that-
Cannata.
Is that Jeff Cannata in Narcos Mexico? What is that? Is that him in Star Wars?
Annalise. This is why I should never share any information with any person ever. That is not a flattering image of me.
Oh,
That was when I got picked up. Yeah, I got picked up for I'd been on a bender for that's terrible. Oh my goodness. Well, Steelers won.
Yeah,
Josh, you want to crow about that a bit?
Yeah, one of the craziest endings to a game
my
you'll ever see, when the players just set the ball and they snap it, and the refs are like, "Oh, wait a second, we're supposed to touch. Oh, we'll give them a couple seconds, no big deal, enough to like let them kick a field goal and send it in overtime." But then comes in T.J. Watt, turnover off of Geno Smith. Steelers win the game. Bing bang boom. We're 3-3. Super Bowl, here we come.
Can we talk about that?
If you like overtime games, this is the NFL season for you.
Yeah.
Has there been more?
Man.
There's been over at least one overtime in every week of the season so far, and multiple this week. Craziness, just craziness.
And the Bills game should have been that too, right? Like Josh Allen slipped at the one, and it was like that was I would have bet all of it on the fact that he was getting into that end zone. Whoa.
I know.
Well,
yeah.
It was a rough week. We are currently. Last week, Annalise was wrong. She's still wrong because this picture of me is on the screen. Very wrong. That is very wrong. That doesn't even look. I mean, that looks like I've been.
It does look a young you. It does.
If that's what you still look like, I can't wait to see you as like the abusive uncle in like an Australian drama.
I put on weight for that role. It's an acting thing.
It looks like one of those face app pictures where it's like somebody else just mapped your face to some other drug dealer. Yeah,
that's my De Niro and Raging Bull. You know. All right. So Annalise was wrong last week saying that Patrick and I were tied. We were not tied. Patrick was ahead. And he's still ahead. Patrick in the lead. God, come on. You're killing me. You're killing me. That is very unflattering. That is very unflattering.
Jeff, did you meet your wife when you looked like
if she saw that, we would be divorcing. She'd be like, "Whoa, no, you've ever looked like that? No way."
Holy shit, that makes me laugh.
Patrick is at 12-6. I'm at 11-7. Ray and Josh are tied at 10-8. It's really a tight race. I mean, it's anybody's season right now. And let's look at our fantasy players last week. Last week we picked. Oh, look at that! Look at that,
dude!
Look who won. This idiot.
I mean, that game was unbelievable. He was a superhero. I was like, he's just a machine.
Derrick Henry is a locomotive. He's
crazy. He looks like Bo
Next
Jackson.
time we do this, I mean, so in fantasy, if your guy gets on ER, you're just fucked, regardless, right?
I mean,
that show went off.
You can't have I'm just saying, you can't have a backup. Like, yo, he's on IR. We just now found out. Like,
I'm in favor of a backup, but it also makes me very laugh a lot when I see 0.0 points for you. It makes me laugh.
Travis Henry, if he stays healthy, well, it's 17 games this season, so it's a little bit different. But I mean, you're right. You rarely see a running back like this. I mean, this is
I agree.
3 seasons in a row now where he's been so effing dominant.
Dude, he's so big and he's so fast for that size. It's wild. It's like, do you remember that shot of Bo Jackson running down the sideline and the yard markers are just like blurry? It's what it reminds me of when Derrick Henry gets going. Yeah, I know you
Bo
do.
Jackson?
Yeah, that Bo. That's the one.
You guys like how
Did you say Travis? Did you say Travis Henry?
I thought I said Derrick
Travis,
Henry.
didn't you?
Did I say Travis? I thought I said Derrick.
I think I said Travis. Henry.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Thank
I was
goodness.
like, wait,
I didn't want to mess up another first name. I didn't even live the first time down.
A basketball player? Who was Travis?
It's a shame that didn't make our highlight.
University of Tennessee, Baltimore Ravens. Was it Baltimore Ravens? No, Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I like it when Macuga makes the mistakes. All right, we're gonna pick this week. We're picking wide receivers again, and it's getting tricky now because we're not repeating any picks.
Right.
We had the We had the wide open field to pick from the first time we picked wide receivers. Now there's some prime candidates removed from contention. So it's going to get a little interesting.
Let's pick them. Like
What?
if I picked those 4 wide receivers are off the table completely for all of us.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins, Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, unavailable to anyone.
Whoa.
Anyone.
Okay.
Off the table. All right. So also, if you've been watching the show, you know that Annalise, our incredible, intrepid producer, comes up with a different way for the order of the draft to be determined. And we don't know what that is, but I'm told Jacob has a video. Jacob? Josh likes bad movies.
So solid.
The only movie I've seen in those out of those 4 is Black Panther. My Dinner with Andre, The Green Knight. I've never even heard of these movies.
Oh man,
I gotta get on my
is-
shit. What's
Didn't
going
you used
on?
to host a movie show?
For many a year.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never see Green
What?
Knight. It's Dev Patel.
Okay.
It's
All right.
Arthurian legend. It's very heavy, but whoa.
Okay.
No,
And My
don't-
Dinner
don't-
with Andre, is that about Andre 3000 and Big Boy and how they formed
Yes.
Yes.
That's it.
Outcast?
It
That's
is.
what happened.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's just a
We've
bunch of people shaking like a Polaroid picture. That's all it is.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So, Ray, you have first pick of wide receivers.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Who you got? Again, DeAndre Hopkins, Cooper Kupp, Tyreek Hill, and Devontae Adams are off the table.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Julio Jones.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a very
You know
good
what?
pick.
We forget about him because he had
Yeah.
that season off, and I thought about that when last week I was just like shit. But when I was watching the Tennessee game, I was like, you know what? Got it.
No,
Done.
I will say just because I'm that guy and I'm your business partner and we're friends, he's nursing a hamstring thing right now, man. I have him on fantasy. I'm not 100% sure he's going to start.
Give a back.
But he might. Like, that's
Yeah,
the
what's
thing
your
about Julio
backup?
Jones,
What's your
man.
backup?
Yeah, choose it. Yeah.
The guy from Chicago. I gotta think of his name. Oh my gosh, it was,
We can come back to you. Like, I think he might
Yeah.
start. If we can come back.
All right,
From Chicago. Yep.
I don't usually do this. I usually try to pick with my head, not my heart. But I truly believe I have a chance to win by picking Deebo Samuel this week. 49ers. Deebo,
That's just that's a good
my
one.
boy, I love Deebo. And they're playing the Colts. And I think Garoppolo's back after the bye week. So we're gonna have a little passing attack. And Deebo is a go-to. I like him. I like him this week. So I'm picking Deebo.
Banana Leche, aka Annalise, aka Bananalise, jumped in and just says Julio is trash, just straight up. Annalise does not pull
come
punches.
on.
She is hard. That is a hard one. Holy cow.
All right. So who's up next? Is Patrick, right?
DJ Moore.
Wow. Okay.
DJ Moore, Carolina. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
I like it.
Man,
I like it.
I really wanted Deebo, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Really? Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so obviously picking within my division is really tough because I'm not a big fan of any of the teams, but I'm going to go with Jamar Chase because I really need Baltimore to lose. Baltimore has to lose to come back to the rest of the division, and I feel like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are going to put up numbers.
Man, Baltimore looks so good right
That's
now.
insane.
They really do. They're so fun to watch. I
Yeah.
want to say our friend Jiggerman Porto in the chat says show name Narcos Jeff, and I think that's particularly strong. I want to make sure that's at least one of our 4.
Oh man.
Thanks,
Or
Jiggerman.
Bob 8 saying, "Take Trav Daddy, you coward."
All right.
Oh yeah, that would be a good wide receiver to pick.
Yeah.
That's also
Amazing.
true.
All right, let's talk about games this week. Tonight's game. My
Wait,
new home.
Allen
Ray still hasn't
Robinson.
made his
Oh, yeah,
Chicago
you're
Bears.
back up.
It was
You're
the
back
Chicago Bears. Allen Robinson. That's who it was.
Allen Robinson.
All
Where did
Love it.
Allen Robinson
Chicago
go to school, Ray? Where did he go to college?
I'm gonna guess somewhere in Pittsburgh.
Penn State, baby.
Yeah.
We are. Let's go. Okay, sorry.
All right, so tonight's game is my new hometown, Denver Broncos, against the Cleveland Browns.
Ray, if I was a guitar, I would play the same note every concert, just so you know. It's
Oh, my
Pittsburgh or
God.
Penn State. Anytime I ask you something.
I was going to say University of Pennsylvania. I don't know.
So
All right.
we
Sorry, Jeffrey.
we got Case Keenum starting for the Browns tonight. Baker Mayfield is out. Who you got, Ray?
I've got the Broncos, but that's why I did not take Odell Beckham. That I knew. So, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Very,
All right.
very injured team.
Man, in my own little league that I do every week, I picked the Broncos last 2 weeks in a row, and they've burned me. But I just think the Browns are so hurt. Like both starting tackles are out, like their wide receivers are out, their running backs are. They have no team. So I am going to pick the Broncos, and I'm going to hope that we can win.
I'm on that Broncos train, baby. Let's go.
All right.
I can't go. This is the first time I think I've had the option to pick a Cleveland team. Kevin Stefanski, head coach, a very good family friend. If you guys remember, he was the quarterbacks coach in Minnesota when Case Keenum had his best year ever. Case Keenum could come in here tonight and beat the Broncos. I'm taking the Cleveland Browns.
All right. Making a play. The only person to pick the Browns, Case Keenum era starts now. All right. The Sunday night game, my beloved San Francisco 49ers taking on the Indianapolis Colts, coming off a big win. Who you got, Ray?
I'm up first. Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm going for the upset. This is where I take this is where I come up. This is where I come up right here. You know what I'm saying? This is it. This is my turnaround right here. I'm gonna take the Colts.
Taking the Colts.
Oh,
all right. Well, you don't even have to ask me. It's Niners all the way. What do you got, Patrick?
Oh, man. Look, I picked the Colts last week. I'm gonna go Colts. I want the Niners to win this, but go Colts.
Jeffrey,
Right.
if you remember quite fondly, one of the greatest humans to ever come out of the city of Pittsburgh, when Joe Montana played for the San Francisco 49ers. He's not playing for them currently, but I am picking your 49ers this weekend.
That's right.
Taking them. Come on.
That's how we did it. See, last week I picked your Steelers. You and me were the only two that picked the Steelers.
Boom.
Victory. This week, simpatico.
Come on. We're like Macbeth and Macduff, baby.
Right. Wait, what? No,
Were they
all right,
friends?
the Monday night game.
Yes, definitely.
Monday night game. Saints and Seahawks. This is an interesting one. Who you got here, Ray?
I have the Seahawks. Oh, excuse the Saints. I'm going with Alvin Kamara, my man.
Okay.
Seahawks have probably the worst defense right now, middle season. So I would say, I'm going with Kamara.
Got it.
All right, Saints. I am also going with the Saints because I couldn't live with myself if I picked the Seahawks. And I agree with your assessment. They are in a free fall, which I love to see. Patrick, what do you got?
I'm on that train, baby. Yeah, let's go Saints.
Oh, another opportunity for Macuga to go against the grain.
Well, I'm not, because I love our producer Annalise. I love the city of New
she'd murder
Orleans.
us.
I love the Saints, and I'm all on team watch Seattle burn.
Yeah, let's watch Seattle burn. All right, those are our picks for week 7 of the NFL. It's been so much fun doing this every week with you guys. It gives me a little extra juice when I'm watching my games on Sunday and Monday and tonight. So I hope you guys are playing along with us at home, and tune in next Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, where we will reveal how we did, how we're doing, how we're going, and we'll have more cool info. There's lots more to be revealed on season 2.0. I think we're going to get some of the, I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but I think we're going to get some teases about some combine info.
Yep.
Very exciting stuff. Season 2.0 rolling along. We'll see you then.
Wait, Jeff, you got this show.
Yeah.
Oh, show name. Jack Settled Man. Oh, that's real good.
That's very good.
That's real
Very
strong.
strong.
Thank you, chat. Thank you for that. I'm sorry I whiffed on the poll, but that is a strong one. We will be called Jack Settled Man next week because you've got the power. And until next week, power to the fans.
Guys, Bo Jackson.